Hey everybody, this is Midnight Update. I'm Seamus Byrne. Welcome to Tuesday, the 17th of March. Happy St. Patrick's Day! Tonight, having a quick look at the SysArielAtom, one of the new little boxes from Altech computers. Great little OEM kind of system that's just been built with a new Atom processor. It's got the Atom 330 inside, which is a dual-core 1.6 gigahertz processor. Obviously, this new low-powered, supposedly low-powered design, but if you haven't really bought a new computer for a few years, this thing's going to run pretty much as good as most when it comes to any kind of day-to-day business or web surfing type computing. On board, it's got a 250 gig hard drive and 2 gigs of RAM. We've got hidden away panels here, a little click drop down, and this is a manual slimline drive, DVD plus, minus, write, rewrite, double layer, all that kind of business, 8 speed, so tighter little DVD drive there, but a manual little drive hidden away there. And then second click, and we've got 2 USBs, microphone and headphone jack. We've popped the top and we're having a quick look inside. So you can see through the grill just a little bit that we've got the main mini-ITX motherboard sitting in there. Then we've got a steel plate on top. So you've got your DVD drive here and your notebook hard drive here. It seems to be a fanless design. There's a lot of passive heat sinks tucked away in there. But when it was running on my desk, a little bit of noise, but nothing that you'd really worry about. The back, I think that's probably the main area where there's some troubles. The build quality on this little overlay just feels a bit flimsy. We've got Ethernet, which is only 10100. I think it's a quibble, but some people are going to want to have a complete gigging environment, and that's something that's not on this motherboard. Also VGA only as the output. I just wonder if some people would prefer that we had DVI only nowadays and you run a VGA dongle instead of vice versa. And then an old printer port. What's up with that? Maybe that's where the DVI should have been. Completely random aside, on the SysArielAtom. If you don't know the name, SysArielAtom is the name of the really super cool little cars that are made in Britain. I think they've taken a Porsche engine, thrown it in the back of a little sort of skeletal car, and it goes like an absolute rocket. It's one of the fastest, technically road legal cars around. And I know it's been reviewed on Top Gear. So if you look up SysArielAtom Top Gear, you'll get a really interesting insight into where they've got the name. Clearly there must be a fan of the SysArielAtom at the Altech office. So taking a really quick look at the Windows Experience Index, just to get a rough idea on what kind of performance you can expect out of this. Now the obvious thing, it's calling it a 3, but that is purely off the back of the gaming graphics performance. If you count that one out, because we're not expecting this to do 3D well at all, then what you're seeing is mid-4s across the board. So the SysArielAtom DP04, $679. Who's going to buy it? I'm not sure. I think some companies, when they're trying to really free up more room, make desk spaces more comfortable, I think maybe at that kind of price, there's thrown in keyboard and mouse and Vista Home Premium. I think maybe some small businesses are going to find things like this quite attractive. I think for home use, I'm not sure where it quite fits in. Mum and dads, people like that, who aren't interested in gaming in any way, this might work quite well. But I think the real promise for this machine is going to be later in the year when Windows 7 arrives and gets a lot more out of these new Atom processors. As we saw with the netbook performance the other day when Kogan came by, Windows 7 really has a lot to offer in that space. So I think come the end of the year, when we're seeing these sorts of machines starting to give superior performance for very little money, I think this is going to really shake up what people want out of a desktop. And I guess that netbook revolution might start to shift into the desktop where people are seeing that they don't have to spend a fortune to get a machine that can do whatever they need it to do. It's a nice box. I won't be buying it anytime soon, but I think it's a really great sign of the promise that we're going to be seeing when Windows 7 arrives at the end of the year. It's a fresh week, so we've got a fresh prize winner. Congratulations to Murray Henstock. You sent in a great rant on your difficulty in getting a hold of a Wii remote. As he puts it, apart from money making and upselling, why is this pinnacle of family entertainment only sold with one Wii remote? Well, I think, Murray, it's because there is no aside from money making and upselling. So good luck in your quest to actually find yourself a second remote so the whole family can get involved. You get yourself the pick of either the Audio 645 USB, nice slim and sexy headset, or the gaming headset, more heavy duty, that's the Audio 365s. And thank you very much to Plantronics for hooking us up in this launch phase of Midnight Update with some nice prizes. To get yourself your choice of either of these, we've got the same prize again for next week. You can send in any suggestions, questions, comments, rants, send them to heyshay@midnightupdate.com or leave a message in the comments at the website. But that's all for tonight's update, so thank you very much for stopping by. Join us weeknights around midnight Sydney time for Daily Geek News, and for more coverage, visit midnightupdate.com.